Saber. Come on, pick it up. Alright, there we go. Alright. I got a banger new song for us to try today. Wait, is it not showing up? Huh? Where is it? Wait, nah, where is it? Hello? Is it not showing up in my list? Why? Did I put it in the wrong folder? Wait, one sec. No, this is this is terrible. This is terrible. 1.29 Beat Saber data, custom levels. Yeah. Beat Sage underscore. Wait, where is it? Beat Sage, yeah. Oh, it's under T. Wait, maybe I'm looking in the wrong section. It's the instead of C D E F G H I J L M N P Q R S T. No, it's not there. Huh? Or nor. Okay, wait. Oh, maybe it's because the file name is too long, because I got an error like that. Okay, let's redo it. My apologies for this scuff. Alright, let's try this again. Actually, wait one sec. Before we try it again, let me make sure that all this stuff is selected. Okay, all this stuff is selected correctly. Didn't take that long. Oh, and let me just delete the previous version from my downloads, so it doesn't, you know. Come on. Lord. Hey, we'll be doing a little Beat Saber today, and then probably some VRC. Maybe some other stuff, it depends on people. Alright, there we go. Copy to custom levels. Alright. There we go, 102 songs loaded. That's what it's supposed to be. Right. Oh, come on. I don't know actually, like, what it's gonna show up under, but we'll find it. I'm sure. Guys, get ready. This might be the most fire track of 2023, not gonna lie. I might just put it at the bottom. That's probably what it did. There we go. Hell yeah. I'm so ready. Guys, best song. Oh wait, whoa. The blunder is real. Okay, I can't fail like that. I kind of messed up the arms a little bit. Okay, I think Expert Plus is a little much for me. We're gonna do normal Expert. It's only 231 blocks. It might be a little dull.
وانطلق يا موكبي وارفع الصوت قويا شباب العرب يا شباب العرب هيا وانطلق يا موكبي وارفع الصوت قويا شباب العرب فلاح وعامل وشباب لا يليق نحن جندي مقاتل نحن صوت الكادحين من جذور الأرض جئنا من صميم الألم للضحايا ما بخلنا بالعطاء الأكرم يا شباب العرب هيا وانطلق يا موكبي وارفع الصوت قويا شباب العرب
I think I might regenerate this later.
يا شباب العرب هيا وانطلق يا موكبي وارفع الصوت قويا شباب العرب
Right, wait, I should try 90-degree mode. Let's try Expert Plus, we'll see how it goes. That was impossible.
يا شباب العرب هيا وانطلق يا موكبي وارفع الصوت قويا شباب العرب يا شباب العرب هيا وانطلق يا موكبي
Oh, yikes.
وارفع الصوت قويا شباب العرب
Oh, yikes.
وشباب لا يليق نحن جندي مقاتل نحن صوت الكادحين من جذور الأرض جئنا من صميم الألم للضحايا ما بخلنا بالعطاء الأكرم يا شباب العرب هيا وانطلق يا موكبي وارفع الصوت قويا
Oh, shit. I hate this so much, I yanked my headphones again. Again?
شباب العرب
I almost did it again, and I'm gonna miss all of these because... Oh my god, Beat Sage is dysfunctional with the maps sometimes. Like, some of them are good, but some of them are just downright non-existent. Actually, let's try this. Oh, let me move. Okay, wait, we're restarting. Oh, never mind, I forgot I could just double-click on that, and it was just... through the thing. Okay, cool. Why not continue, restart? Restart. My head's starting to get a little irritated. We'll probably switch to VRC. Oh my god. Bruh! I can't play the video game! Anakai, hi, how's it going? Oh, you just missed the most fire song of the century. Hey, it's fine, I'll play it again. I wanted to try 90-degree mode on Expert. Oh, you have the mod badge now, so it should work now. Because Expert Plus was like unfair levels of unfair.
يا شباب العرب هيا وانطلق يا موكبي وارفع الصوت قويا شباب العربي يا شباب العرب هيا وانطلق يا موكبي
Oh, I fucked up my overlays. Move! Ah!
شباب
I'm going to lose the game. Okay. Full comboing is possible, but I don't know. Oh wait, what? Oh. Okay, never mind. Full comboing is not possible anymore. Honestly, I think this is gonna be a hit. The song of the summer, for real, for real. Yeah, imagine having school. Crazy. Who would have thought? Good thing is it starts late though. This whole week starts late because it's not a real thing of school. It's just like Elysium. I was confused at first. Yeah, W's. Right, we might play. It's fine. I'll go on VRC. Like today was not a Beat Saber day. Today was not a Beat Saber day. I tried it. Shouldn't have tried it. It wasn't worth it. Alright, VRC. But no, what's there to be confused about? I see no confusion. Alright. This sweat is real. Yikes. Let me open up Discord just in case. What did I do? Okay, there we go. Perfect! What's the song about? It's 9DD because I don't know Arabic. I don't understand anything. Oh, wait, I didn't know you knew Arabic at all. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't remember the exact lyrics, but it was something about, like, we are farmers and persistent youth. I remember those were some of the translated lines in the video. And I know at least one of the lines was, long live the Arab Ba'ath. It's the Arab Socialist Ba'ath Party. Clearly. As anyone would know. Alright, there we go. The question is what to do tonight, and the answer is I don't know. Like, Probably not gonna stay on VR for really long. Probably just the general hour because you know my head's going a little goofy, but we'll see. I don't know what to do when I get on PC. 131 megs and it's called My Room. Let's go to My Room. It's probably a model of someone's room in VRC. That's my assumption. But yeah, the video. It's a random video that I found when I was. Well, not a random video actually. Oh no, it's not. It's some. It's like one of those like apartment things. I doubt this is someone's like actual room setup. Used to be Muslim, so I had to learn at least a bit. Oh, interesting. Didn't know that. Very cool. This one's just called Cherry Blossoms. But yeah, it was so actually there's a whole bit of lore behind this. As one does, right? I was going through my teacher's Facebook page with some friends, right? Because it's funny to in my I don't know to people in my school are weird, including me, mind you. So we were going through the page, and there was this photo of my teacher with a child on like some kind of like a leash, like kind of like guiding thing. And at the bottom there was a flag, and I was like, I don't know what's that flag, and I looked it up, and it was the flag of the Arab Socialist Ba'ath Party. Now I believe what he meant to put there was the flag of Palestine, which is very similar. The colors are just flipped a little bit. But I think he messed up and did it wrong and put that there. And so then I looked up Arab Socialist Ba'ath Party, and one of the first things that came up, mind you, I was using Bing, so it's pretty par for the course, was a very goofy video. It was it was the anthem, right? But it had here. I'll show you. It was 1 second. It was this video, right? And it's just
يا موكبي
and it's just this. and I didn't like hater word, so use polite word if want, comment, and subscribe this channel and like this videos. Glory to Arabia with the minion profile picture. And the channel is like weird, like GTA 3 ass animations, but with like Nintendo characters. Like so yeah. That's the lore. Odd religion? I don't know, I've never looked into it. Arabic seems like one of those languages that would be interesting to learn. Definitely not easy, but interesting. It's just so different from any of the like languages I've come into contact with. You know, wonderful. Yeah, it's now on the school iceberg. I love the school iceberg. Whoa! Wait, this is really nice. What? What is this place? Where? Where? Oh, there you are. Hello. How's it going? Lag? Ah, okay. Yikes. No, I'm not lagging. This is so sad. I just keep hearing the chat box noises. Well, doing good. Okay, nice. Glad to hear. Also, this world is cool. Yeah, I've never been here before. This looks brilliant. Does it sound spamming? It did, but it stopped. Oh, yeah. Hmm. And once I played it every time I press the key. Oh no, it's dreadful. No, it's working now. It's functional. But yeah, I guess that would get people's attention. This is true. Also, world big. Oh, really? Well, Sam. Why does and like this isn't a particularly? I mean, it's like 100 and something megabytes, but for that size, this is great. The forest is explorable. Oh shit! Damn. I am following. Okay, fire. Yeah, I love fire. Secret Fox statue. Wait, this is very similar to a world I've been to before, but I think this is a nighttime world of a version of a world I've been to before, or like an enhanced version, because this layout is very familiar. Yeah, although I don't remember the lake looking this good, or this guy. So I really like it. Yeah, definitely. It looks brilliant. I love the lights, whatever they're called. For gore, but yeah. Northern Lights, I guess. Yeah, those things. How long will you be on? Um, Probably like half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe. It depends. I'm gonna do more, like mostly desktop stuff today. And also it's gonna be like a shorter stream as well because class. Yeah, I'll also have to disappear soon. So okay, yeah, it's okay. Okay, gotcha. Understandable. Yeah. Why the hell am I controller? Drifting? Wait, drifting? Oh, that's not good. Oh, like in the like your controllers, not the pads or anything. Yeah. My might have done that too sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes it's just suboptimal like positioning in the room. Sometimes there's something like in the way or sometimes it's in a weird area. Um Sometimes my base station is disconnected and I don't notice it and that's why. So, maybe check that just in case. Directly at me. True. The other thing is if you're too close to the base station. I mean, it only happens if you're like right in front of it. But like other than that, I don't know. I have no clue if not. Sometimes it just happens. I've had a couple times where it just on the other side of the room, yeah, then it shouldn't be. I don't know. It's going goofy. Other side of the room looking at you, then yeah, you're probably fine. Well, it depends. If you have your base stations at two opposite corners, and you're like in a position where you would be like almost essentially out of sight of one and then really far away from the other. That might explain it. Maybe one doesn't have the range and the other one can't see well enough, but that's like a shot in the dark. Honestly, it's probably just, going wacky. It does that. Could it go away? Yeah. Normally it does for me. Again, I've had a couple times where it just whoop 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 for like a couple minutes and then it fixes itself. So I don't know. The Vive's weird. I don't know. Because I used the Rift for a while, and you used the Rift, so you'd know this. It really confused me how the fuck the Vive was able to do all the tracking through one USB cable. Because the Rift has two whole ass. Like, I know how it works from a technology perspective, but it is still really interesting to me that the Rift needed two whole ass, essentially cameras, and the headset cable, and the Vive can just have Bluetooth base stations, and the headset does all the stuff, and somehow just one USB cable is fast enough and enough data to process all of that. There's probably some kind of chips in the headset for that too, but I don't know. And then the fact that that shit works wirelessly with no loss in tracking quality confuses me so much. Black magic, actually, because with the TP cast for Rift, I understood how that worked because the sensors were still connected to the computer, right? So all the tracking stuff was still wired. The only thing that wasn't wired was the controller inputs because those were done through the headset. And so that made sense, right? You'd have controller lag, but you wouldn't really have tracking lag. But with the Vive, when you're using it wirelessly, it's all going through the wireless adapter. So if there's lag, theoretically your tracking should, go silly too. But I've never had that. I've never had the tracking be in the slightest bit delayed, which surprises me. And I've noticed no change in tracking quality. These questions get even more confusing when we think about how the hell Quest stuff works. Oh no, Quest makes a lot more sense because all the Quest tracking is done on the Quest. It's with the Oculus prediction tracking. So the Quest does all the tracking on the headset and then sends it over to the PC. So that's relatively simple. Tracking info plus the video data, yeah. Through one cable, yes. But you can tell that it's doing that. When I've used Quest Link, if you don't have on a USB 3 cable that's not 3.1, you can tell there's a noticeable difference between different versions of USB 3. If you just get USB 3, like the original USB 3, you can tell there's a loss in signal quality and a loss in reliability unless you get a higher speed cable. It's really not enough. It's not it's not enough. So you can tell that it's having some troubles. That's why the Pico 4 link was that's why Pico made a special Pico 4 link thing, because it has DisplayPort shit or whatever. I don't know how the fuck that fancy thing works. Actually know anyone with that has a Pico? One person that has a Pico, yes, but I don't know if it's normal or not. And they never made it to the US, so the only person I know is someone on VRC that is in, I think, the UK, but I'm not sure. Because it released in Europe and in Asia, and I assume if you talk to someone in Asia, it's going to be a much more common headset because, it's made by ByteDance. Like, they're probably subsidizing the hell out of it in China, and I doubt that Facebook is particularly operating in China. Yeah, the Pico Interactive is owned in part or majorly by ByteDance, the TikTok company. Yeah, the TikTok people. That's why when the Pico is coming up, people were all excited, and I was just like, mate, you're literally just picking between whether you want China to track you or whether you want Mark Zuckerberg to track you. Like, there's no fucking difference. Either way, they're gonna be watching you. And the specs are very similar. I have this silly Facebook guy. Yeah, like U.S. data privacy laws suck ass, but it's better than China. It's it's better than that, in my personal opinion. I know I don't know it's the people that are responsible for TikTok. Yeah. Again, it's not like I don't think it was created. I think they bought it or bought a large part of it, but it's majority owned by ByteDance. That was that. I mean, I guess it makes sense because the only way that you can sell headsets at that price point is being able to subsidize it. Like Meta was taking a loss on the original launch unit Quest 2s. That's why they raised the price later. And the only reason they were able to sell them that cheap is they were banking on software and advertisements and tracking and a bunch of other stuff. And they also had Facebook money. So I guess it would make sense that the only other company to try to offer affordable standalone would also have a lot of money behind them and would also be someone looking to get money from your data. I know one person that has a Pico. Yeah, Pico 4. Oh, okay, gotcha. I've seen a couple actually. The interesting thing is have been consistently 4 or 5 listings for Pico headsets locally in my area, even though they've never been sold in the US. And some of them were earlier headsets too, like the Pico Neo 3. So like some MFs have them in the US apparently. I don't know who, but I could buy one if I wanted to. I don't want to, maybe for collecting purposes later down the line, but yeah, ByteDance. TikTok owner ByteDance. They, yeah, no, it just says owns. Yeah, The Verge. Wow. Yeah, okay. They acquired Pico in 2021. My friend is almost perpetually having problems with it. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I was perpetually having problems with my Quest. I think I don't know. I don't have a high opinion of the standalone headsets at the moment. They all seem to be built terribly. I don't know about the Quest 1. The Quest 1 looks like it might be a little different, but the Quest 2 I greatly disliked. What was I gonna do? Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Quest 1 would have been perfect if it didn't have the issues with performance. Yeah, this is true. And comfort. Wait, you having comfort issues? Interesting. Wait, what were the problems with that? Oh, the Quest 2 like the Quest 1? Money. Money, that's why. They were trying to get the price down, because the Quest 1 launched at $600. Quest 2 launched at $300. And so they had to cut down as much as possible. Quest 1 was heavy? Yeah, this is true. Insanely imbalanced. Oh, that would make sense. 'Cause I was gonna say, it looks like it has the Rift style strap, which I love so much, but I guess once you have a heavy headset, like the Rift was really light. So I guess once you have a heavy headset, the balance does not work anymore. Okay. Take a Rift and add a brick to the front? Damn. Okay, yeah, in my local area, there is a Pico 4 for $175. There's a Pico G2 for $70. There's a Pico Neo 3 Pro I for $450. There's a Pico Neo 3 Pro. Oh, that's shipping. Never mind. That's not my local area. My headset is also drifting. Oh, that's even more worrying. What? The only time I've had my headset drift is when I purposefully cover the sensors on the front. Like, that's the only time I've ever had this headset drift. And you can do it if you cover enough of them, but it's really challenging. Like, you can't just, you have to kind of, like, put it in a death grip. And then it'll, yep, there we go. Yeah, I made it do it. But it's uncommon. That's worrying. Are you sure that none of your base stations are unplugged? That's very abnormal. I'll check later. Just use the Vive camera. Easy. Has built-in camera. You don't even need to leave VR. It's so dark. Oh, do you have the lights off? Understandable. It was always dark? Ah, okay. Imagine. No, I don't know. I'm very particular about lighting. Especially in my own space, so... Hate sunlight! Oh no. Tisk tisk. You idiot. No, you're fine. But, I don't know. The outside? Oh, I love the outdoors, even though I spend most of my time indoors, and in VR, I still... No, I greatly dislike, like, bright, harsh white lights, like LED lights. So I, like, I have my windows open most of the time. Outside I see people, yeah, but outside also has cool, fun people to do fun stuff with. All my friends are outside. Not all of them, but most of them. And fun people IRL I would be outside. Ah. Just like, I don't know, find the... I don't know. Also, it's 35 degrees. So, hot. 35, wait, let me check. 35 is, like, reasonable, though, isn't it? 35 C2 Fahrenheit. 95. You're right, that's a little bit annoying. That's pretty warm. I wouldn't say, like, you could do something, but it'd have to be something like going swimming. You could go swimming in that kind of weather. Like, that's the perfect time to go swimming, because then you cool off. Yeah, 95 sucks, but, like, I would say 100 is the threshold of getting bad, you know? Like, 95 is still relatively livable. I mean, built for heat, just easy, just go swimming. It's a perfect activity. Or do something inside. You can go to someone else's house to do stuff inside. So it's thought I could drive for 10 minutes and go somewhere negative -2 degrees? Damn. That's, interesting. Yeah, mountains. True. Hilly mountain moment. I don't know. There are mountains near here, actually, all around here. We're kind of in a valley just a little bit. But I don't know. Anytime I've gone into the mountains are school trips and snow. And snow is overrated in my opinion. It's not like I never go out. It's just I live in a village with nothing to do. I don't know. Then you make this stuff to do. I don't know. I gotta just go hiking? Yeah. Go hiking. I take a train, understandable. Somewhere else? Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I suppose I am a little spoiled for choice with the stuff around me. There's a lot of stuff to do. Except all of it's farther than it should be. and relatively inaccessible because I don't have a car. So if I really want to go anywhere, I have to stick within like a 5, maybe 10-mile radius. But like 10 is pushing it if I have to go there and go back. I don't want to fucking bike that far. So like I have friends that are like actual bikers, like legitimately. Actually, let's pull up Strava and let's see how much my tryhard friends are showing off today. Strava, afternoon ride, 19.95 kilometers, elevation gain 359 meters, and the time is an hour. Lunch ride, 47.4 kilometers, elevation gain 1,396 meters. So yeah, these people are a little silly. They're like actual bikers and they actually bike. Cycling here is interesting thing because of hills. Yeah. Oh, I mean cycling. I forgot that. My friend was talking about the difference between cycling and biking. And I've just used biking to refer to cycling, but apparently cycling is specifically on a bicycle, whereas biking often refers to a motorbike. So I don't know. Like you need an e-bike? Yeah. Very mountainous. I don't know. Here it's mostly flat. I mean, uphill or downhill a little bit, but not a lot. Again, unless you go to the mountains. But actually, there's this company that does e-bike kits where they will turn any kit, any bike into an e-bike, which is really cool. Imagine being the Netherlands, a Minecraft super flat biome. So true. That actually seems like a great place to live for bikeability. Well, not seems. It is a great place to live for like walkability and bikeability. I'd love to like be there for that. That's really cool because I like biking places. It's fun. Perfect. Yeah. I saw there's this video I watched recently. That was really interesting about their design policies. Perfected bike instructor. Yeah, they have what's it called? I'm finding the YouTube video right now. Right now. There's this guy that was talking about the tradition of the Strode in the US and Canada and like how like combination street road thing that's like bigger than yeah, that one. Not just bikes, that one. Yes. I watched that like yesterday cuz I've been binging YouTube. But that one was really interesting. I swear I wish LA was like that. It's getting better, but not really. Makes epic videos, yeah. This is true. My watch history is very silly. So he has a video about Swiss biking. Oh, nice. And it perfectly shows how odd it is. Oh, interesting how odd it's here. Damn. Like they try to make everything more bike friendly, but failed. Oh, F. Said J. Yeah. Again, here it's like certain cities. The problem is certain cities are trying to make it better, but the thing is, like I'm in LA County, and so there's the city of LA, but that's really just mostly downtown and a couple neighborhoods. It's a bunch of cities in one large metropolitan area, and that requires a lot of people to agree, and people don't fucking agree because they're stupid. And so you have places like Pasadena, which are working on being more bikeable, and they have a bunch of plans to, cut off lanes on this street and turn this into whatever, and that's cool. But if the city next to them doesn't do shit, then it still makes the entire area like less bikeable. This is supercar. Yeah, supercar dependent. Like here, it's a little better because it's a giant metropolitan area. Everything is close enough together that you could walk or bike. It's not very friendly to bikers, but you could walk or bike. But like, depending on where you are, like my cousins live in a place where no matter where you are, they have to get on the freeway to go anywhere. There's a local store, but to get anything other than basic groceries, you have to get on the freeway. It's expected to be very, yeah, it's gonna be very difficult to build anything. But they live in a place where they can't, they have to get on a freeway to do anything. And you can't fucking bike the freeway. There's another road that goes between multiple different places, right? Like an older one before the highway was built. But you're not gonna bike that because it's like fucking 20 or 30 miles. Like you're not getting anywhere. But you could bike that, but like you wouldn't want to have to bike that frequently. So, just remove lanes, duh. So true. Actually, that highway is really is yeah, Highway 17. Very silly. As I did here. Ah, okay. It worked. See, the thing is, the highway's like going like it's a highway. It's not really a highway. It's a freeway, really. So it's higher speed and it's going straight through the mountains. Not straight through, but it's on the mountainside. So it's a little curvy and windy. Everyone's going at really fucking high speeds for some reason. So it's a very silly freeway. It's really annoying here. The town close to me here, I often go, is old. Okay. It used to be completely pedestrian centric. Oh, okay. But in the 70s, they tried hard to make it more like car things. Okay, yeah, to make cars go through it. Interesting. Like you see an old beautiful city with roads barely just barely go through it. Oh, that's yeah. Oh yeah, and more narrow because it wasn't, particularly designed for cars. Yeah, that's a worry. Actually, it is the one thing about a lot of in some of the cities that I've seen, the like the bike video. What worries me is cars so close to all the people and all the bikes. Like I know they're going at a slow speed anyways, but it just worries me being that close to a car. I can't describe how absurd it is. Yeah, that's no, was not designed for that. Like, I mean, I think the other thing too is also, well, actually something here that's happened is the transition between like the early stage automotive industry and the late stage automotive industry means that some of the old roads are much smaller and much windier than cars nowadays than is useful for cars nowadays because driving used to be more of a scenic thing. You're not going on this road to get there fast. You're going on this road because you're taking a drive or whatever, like a scenic route. And also roads are smaller because vehicles are smaller. So we have this thing where my dad's car doesn't actually fit in our garage or fit down our driveway because it's too large. Cars used to be smaller, right? Like the actual size of it physically used to be smaller. In the U.S., at least there are places wide enough, at least not get run over. Sort of, yeah, definitely. Yeah, silly. How many like 4-lane plus highways does the U.S. have per state? Quite a lot, probably. The nice thing is that most of the large highway, actually, now that I think about it, a lot of them are 4-lane. Because I was thinking 4 lanes per side, but if just 4-lane, 2 on each side, that's like almost every single state has a couple. I know here in California, so there's the ones that run north, south, east, west, whatever. I can think of 2 that run. There are 2 that run generally like north, south. The large ones that actually go almost the entire distance. There's the coastal one and the more inland one. I don't fucking remember the names, but that's two right off the bat. And then there's obviously another one that goes in up to Tahoe, whatever. But just off, like literally, just from like the three that I've ever been on, there are at least three, and there are probably more if you count other directions. And just in the city of LA, there are multiple, like many lane highways. So, you know, looking at a freeway map of LA is actually quite silly because you realize they're just. Here we only really have two that connect the only big cities. Oh wow. No, I really to Zurich. Oh, okay, gotcha. Probably pronounced that wrong. But the thing that's interesting is I don't think of four-lane uh uh highways or roads as particularly large because most of the ones I'm thinking of they seem smaller because here we have highways that are 4 lanes on each side. So that's 8 lanes. So there's like for the normally the up and down the state ones are like 3 lanes in both directions. Yeah, that's no. Let's see. Let me check what there's some pretty large ones here. Widest highway. Let's see. It's not helpful. We even have one that's only 2 lanes and is fully classified as a highway. Oh, really? How? That's just a road. Glorified road and it's always pure chaos? Oh, yikes. Okay, it says the 101 is the largest highway. 101 max lanes. Okay, that's not... Oh my god, bruh. Okay. Google is not being helpful, but I know it's a lot. That can't be right. Okay, anyways. But yeah, it's common. Most of the larger highways here have at least 3 lanes in each direction, and some of them have 4. It depends though. But there's I don't remember the name, but there's one where you can really tell. There's one highway that starts out like smaller. Like it starts out 2 lanes on each side because it's an older highway. It was originally a scenic drive because it was right next to the river, and you can tell that it was built like ages ago because the turns are so tight. You're not meant to go through it at high speed, and then later it enlarges a bit. And the only 3-lane highway here is that big because it merges the 2 busiest highways into one. Oh damn. Yeah, no, everything's really car centric. If you're going anywhere, like in this, like if you're going anywhere in LA, you're probably going to be getting on a freeway at some point. Like if you're going any sizable distance, you're probably going to be getting on the freeway, or you have the option to. You could take side streets, but it later becomes a 2-lane because it goes into a tunnel and it's always perpetually jammed. Oh yikes! You shouldn't just say "Hey, one," and they will either cry or laugh. Ah, okay. Actually, this is another really interesting phenomenon that my history teacher told us about. It's specifically a Los Angeles thing. Is the personal. This is gonna sound so weird. The like personalization. I don't know if that's the right word of the freeways. Like here in LA, if I wanted to, if I wanted to take this certain freeway, I'd say, oh, I'm gonna go to the 101. Not I'm going to go to 101. I'm going to go to the 101, or I'm gonna take the 710 to the blank. For almost all the local freeways, local people put the in front of it. But in other states, they don't do that. Like in other states, nobody fucking does that. And in other areas, nobody does that either. It's just a silly Southern California thing, I guess. Well, here it's the same. Oh, interesting. Especially in Germany. Ah, okay. Didn't know that. Nice. Oh, excuse me. Also, I find it interesting that it's always referred to as female. Oh, interesting. That's odd. But yeah, here, wait, let me send you this. This is a freeway map of the county of Los Angeles. This is literally just this local area. Actually, what's the size of LA County? LA County size. I don't care about population. I want size. Like physical size. Oh my god. Okay. It is 10,000 square kilometers. The size is 10,000 square kilometers. Actually 10,500. And those are the freeways. It's already more than here. Yeah. And that's the lay that's the silly layout. Um very yeah. I don't know. I don't really care. Again, the other thing is most of the areas that the highways go to, it's a unit of distance that you probably would not be biking. You might take the train. And the other thing that's interesting is a lot of the time the train goes along with the highways. The train will be in the middle of the highway. Um, I've seen on multiple train tracks, they've just built the train in the center portion of the highway, so it follows for a little bit, and then it'll go into a different area. Not even a bad idea. Yeah, they're making good use of space. They are. It's very functional. I mean, the metro system here still isn't perfect, but trains here 80% under the mountains. Ah, okay. In tunnels, yeah. I mean, we don't have to deal with that as much here. There are a couple lines that have brief, underground bits, but they're only actually surprisingly like there are other countries and places that have like a lot of subways. There are only two subway lines that I know of. The red line and the purple line, and they appear to be different. They're literally the exact same line, but going in different directions. One direction is the red, and one direction is the purple. So it's really just one line. I think one might go a little further than the other, but like it's the exact same line, just different directions. So there's really only one subway. When did the U.S. start to build most of the interstate system? That's a great question. I feel like I don't even know. I want to say yeah. I think at the earliest I would say 40s or 50s. I don't think it would be before then. Um, but I'm like just logically speaking, but I don't know the exact date. Well, Germany started in the 40s, so it's interesting how fast the US built it. Yeah, well, the US also has a history of doing silly things, like when they built the railroads across the country with really unsafe work conditions using immigrant labor. You know what I mean? So, like, they have there was probably some other bullshit behind that that, like, contributed to them building out stuff so fast. But also, I think roads are probably a little bit easier to build than railroads. You don't really need as many people for that, especially because with most roads, you're not boring through hills as much, I would say. And Germany did something similar? Oh, okay. I think considering it was... the 40s, you can probably imagine. Yeah. What they did, yeah. Ah, there we go. Wow, there's a perfect date. I just had to Google it. The U.S. started building interstates on June 29th, 1956. Wow, apparently, Mr. Dwight D. Eisenhower signed some shit. International... Okay. Legislation funding the construction, so it was obviously government funded. I mean, that doesn't give in. U.S. Interstate Highway System. Okay, I didn't know it had even an official name. IHS, apparently. I find it interesting that Switzerland built the highways in the 70s and 80s because people were actually protesting against them. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a very interesting timing. Really, yeah. The other thing is, I don't know, because there's like... Wait, what's it? Are interstates different from like... One sec. I'm gonna look this up because I'm confused as how fucking highways work. No, okay. Are US routes different from US interstates? Like US route or US highway? Like there are official like routes and highways, but I don't know if that's different or the same as yeah, no, because it says US Route 66, obviously the famous one, was established on November 11th, 1926. So there was a road system before then. I think the interstates were an effort to make it larger and more refined, because most of the interstates I've seen are minimum 4 lanes. So I think two on each side. So I think that's what an interstate. How the hell do we always get to super specific topics? That's a wonderful question. It's just interesting. Because most of the interstates I've seen are 4 lanes. So because all the routes I've seen, the U.S. routes are 2 lane, one on each side. So four lanes is considered a lot here. This is true. How differently view things, yeah. The other interesting thing is almost every single interstate I've seen in the U.S. It has 2 lanes, but the 2 lanes aren't right next to each other. There's usually a large amount of spacing in between them, like the size of a whole lane or more in between the 2 lanes. So I don't know. Speed limit? It really depends on the state. Let's see. Let me check. So there are two. One sec. I'm going to maps.google.com real quick. Like national? I don't think there is a national speed limit. Because each state and general area has restrictions that they enforce. So I don't actually believe there's a Okay, so there's obviously the 1, the Pacific Coast Highway, and the 5. Here it's 120. Ah, okay, kilometers. It doesn't even have one. Yeah, there are some things that Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, again, I don't think there's an actual government-regulated speed limit at all. I think it's up to local authorities. I'm not sure. It's not giving me an answer. Okay, there we go. You could legally among tenants fully legally? Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, so it looks like the speed limit on most roads that I've seen is anywhere from on most like highways or roads that aren't, like in a city or a town. Generally anywhere from 45 to 75. I've never seen anything above 80 miles per hour, that is, as a speed limit. But on Interstate 5, the speed limit for cars is 70, but there's different speed limits for trucks as well. So the speed limit for trucks is 55. Actually, completely random fun fact: in American Truck Simulator, did you know if you drive on the median, like the thing that's not the median, on the side of the road, the shoulder, if you drive on the shoulder, it doesn't actually register there being a speed limit, so you can go as fast as you want with no with no consequences. KMH and MPH? Oh yeah, true. Yikes. Okay, I don't know what it is in kilometers. I do know that 60 kilometers an hour, sorry, 60 miles an hour is 100 kilometers an hour. That's all that I know. So, but other than that, I'm not sure. It's not even that fast. Yeah, so actually, let me check. So, whoa, 70 mph to kph. Yep, so that's 112 kilometers per hour is the speed limit on Interstate 5. And for trucks, it is 88 kilometers an hour. Wow. People in Germany get angry at 169 kilometers. Really? 100 kilometer per hour speed limit. Wait, that's 105 miles an hour? You shouldn't be going that fast on a road. What? Like, insane. Actually, I think do the actual like freeways have any given speed limit? Or find they legit go 200 plus often? What? No, that's so worrying. Hey, Ethan, how's it going? Yeah, I know. I'm gonna change the category in a sec. That's so like, yikes. At least you're not worried to land in a hospital in a crash because you fucking die. Yeah, true. True. I don't want a speed ticket calculator. I want to know the speed. Is it not that easy? Is there not a database of speed limits? Oh my god, bruh. I'm not lying. That's yeah. I've heard people talk about the Autobahn before or whatever, and how it like legitimately has no enforced speed limit, and like it just works somehow. In Germany, there's often no limit. Yeah, I would assume that's mainly on highways though. Like probably not on city streets. Terminal Mach 1. Yeah, actually, I don't understand. I think it's just difference in okay, like let's be real. If there were not speed limits in the U.S., we'd all be fucking dead. Like people here are idiots. Not gonna lie, and they just especially in cities like this. Like even with the speed limits, people on the freeway still don't give a shit sometimes. Like average LA experience is like seeing some MF in like a fancy ass sports car, like merging in and out of lanes at like 90 miles an hour with no fucking turn signals. Well, not average LA experience, but if you drive on the freeway, you're gonna see it at least once. Like people here are idiots sometimes. On Sierra Gold Autobahn, don't stay on the left lane by not at least 190 kilometers an hour. Yikes. Guaranteed to have a BMW driver tailgate you? Oh, yeah. And it's called cutting up. And we gotta get through all the traffic. Yeah, in the worst possible way. Bro's gonna die. You don't do that shit on the freeway. Collision guy beams at you, you will die. Oh, yikes. Yeah. No, that's the one thing. You know what? Driving in LA is never boring. There's always something interesting on the freeway, whether that be a goofy car or a silly driver or wacky stuff. German Autobahn is just anarchy. You gotta see how close you can get. Fuck those people, actually. I'm not endangering my life and risking go to the hospital just for some, like, dumb shit on the freeway. I just wondered if US highways are really that fun. Oh, not. I didn't say fun. It's it's really not fun. It's just interesting. Yeah. No, interesting and fun are very, very separate. Because, you know, it's quite annoying sometimes, but there's always something mildly interesting. I mean, it depends on like your drive, obviously, but it's fucking boring. Don't you have like really pretty scenery though? Like I swear, like my parents have always talked about like wanting to fucking go to like Switzerland or any of those other countries with the fancy mountains and like because they're like, oh, it's so pretty. Don't have highways in the mountains. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, understandable. No, that would not. It would not want that. People who will fucking shoot you if you even ask. Yeah, they should build them. Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's valid though. I barely got them to let them build trains. Oh yeah. Trains. I like trains. That's one of the things that's really cool about Europe. They actually have fucking trains. Trains in the US are silly. Trains mountains are pog. Actually, trains in the US are very silly because, you know, there was like really well used for a while, but then because of silly, I think it was mostly the automotive industry's fault and now various other industries' fault, train travel has still been notoriously expensive. Like really expensive. Wasn't the US built on trains everywhere? It was, yeah, for a time it really was. But the problem was that it was with cars. I think I forget what it was. There's a video on that. There's a Technology Connections video about train travel that was mildly interesting. It was a Connextras video, but train travel in the U.S. is still really expensive because it's not in demand. And not a lot of people see it as really luxurious. And you can get across. I think a lot of people here are also really time centric. Like if you're paying for an across the country trip, most people would rather fly on a plane and get it done in 6 or 7 hours. Probably more like 6 or 7 hours, than take a train that would take them several days. Even though it's a really lovely way to travel across the country, I think everyone's just really time focused, and also it's still quite expensive. I like train. You've never been on a train, like any train at all, like not even a. I just wish domestic air travel scares me. What do you mean domestic air travel scares you? What? They park trains, yes, across the town. They park trains, yes, across town trip or larger. No. Oh, the park trains, yeah, like those little ones. Interesting. Small country, it would take like 3 minutes to fly. Once sure, it's not 3 minutes, but this is true. It's understandable. No, here domestic air travel is large because country large moment. I mean, when silly, like just going upstate is well. To be fair, it's actually relatively short. I think it's one of the shortest flights actually offered. Um, so it's like less than an hour flight to go upstate. Also in Germany, it's really frowned upon. Oh, interesting. I mean, I could see that though because it's such a short it's such a short trip, and then you're using all this jet fuel just to go from point A to point B when you could, have so much less waste. Yeah, like the theme park trains. People get mad at you? Yeah, for real. Many petitions got canceled? Oh, yikes. Interesting. Man. I actually sorely wish that aviation wasn't so fuel intensive because I think aviation is really fucking cool, and I wish that like that it was more accessible. I mean, not that it isn't accessible, but I mean accessible in a way that didn't, destroy the climate. Um, treat it like that. Yeah, understandable. I like the airplane. I don't know much about airplanes. I know like nothing, but they're really cool and I love flying, even on commercial. I've never actually flown on any kind of like private or smaller plane, but I even on commercial airliners, I'm always excited and it's always fun and it's always really cool. Like it will never not be cool. It will never not be fun. I know people that hate plane rides. Like I don't get that. Just like military aircraft? Military aircraft scare me. Anything military related and like makes me anxious. It's also what's the word? What's the word? It's intimidating and uncomfy. I don't know. I mean, yeah, they scary, but here the military is viewed more as a civilian thing? Oh, interesting. I mean, to be fair, I think the military here. This is literally just my viewpoint. A lot of people see things differently. Military here feels rather cult-like because it feels like that everyone that's in the military is so like I don't know. Just the whole military regime thing makes me go yikes. I used to be scared to fly because of 9/11. Not gonna lie, bruh, skull. Switzerland never attacked anyone, never did anything sus. Oh yeah, no. I think part of the distrust in the military stems from silly past history events. So never really view them. So we really view them more as people. Yeah, that would really protect us. Yeah, I know. I can see. I have no doubt that the United States military wouldn't protect the country if there was some problem like that. The problem is that so far they haven't protected the country at all. They've done other shit in other places. Like also, our army is just people that are civilians. Oh, okay. Because the Swiss army is built of how's it like people have to go to army. Oh, just like draft, like a draft, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the proper way to phrase that in that sentence though. My brain is not functioning. But yeah, the only time that people are drafted in the U.S., as far as I recall, is during wartime. There's no military requirement. Um, unless there's an active conflict going on. And even then, there are ways to circumvent that. Everything has to go to the army? Oh, yeah. But no, there are ways to circumvent that. You can get drafted. There have definitely been draft dodgers. But at the same time, you can avoid military service if you are a conscientious objector, meaning like let's say your identity is based around the fact that you are a pacifist and your entire beliefs do not believe in war, but you have to justify that. You have to like really like provide evidence and proof that like with like your actions in the past, whatever. Like it's really hard to do, but it's very possible to avoid being drafted and none of it's mandatory. But that's also because people here are very silly and want to go to war even if they don't have to. So they don't need to make it mandatory because people will do that shit anyways, and also they pay. So how often do you see soldiers? Never. In public? like never. And unless you're near a military base, you probably won't see any because I don't believe you're supposed to wear any of your official stuff like in public at all unless you're on a like active duty, unless you're actively doing something related to the service. You're not supposed to wear any of your gear in public. Yeah, that's a big part of how you do the army. Yeah, definitely. Um, but there's a Marine base down in San Diego. I've driven by a couple times. People see them, they often tend to trust them more. Yeah, I've seen like videos and other stuff. But the one thing that's really stupid is recently I've been getting a bunch of U.S. military. I don't necessarily want to say propaganda because that sounds really silly, but essentially, I've seen a bunch of U.S. Marines ads on my TV, like on YouTube, on my YouTube ads, and it really is giving propaganda vibes. It really is. It's like be a part of the greatest generation or some shit like that, or like, it makes it look like it's all fun and games when it's clearly not. I've been getting so many of those. I've never seen anything like that. What the fuck? Yeah, because they rely on people just signing up, right? Unless it's wartime and then they can draft people. But like they rely on just people signing up. So it's very silly. Why did I accidentally fucked up. Let me see if I can find one. Oh, Germany did the same, but on video game consoles. Oh, convention. Yeah. You know what? There's probably something like that at a US video game convention. I don't doubt it. Actually, what was it? There have been multiple games sponsored by the US military, and I'm pretty sure, I'm 90% sure SOCOM might be, because I don't know if they would actually be allowed to use US Navy SEAL in the title if it wasn't at least some amount affiliated. Let me check. But I know there have been multiple games. I'm looking this up. Wikipedia page. Genre, no. Publisher, Sony Computer Entertainment. Created by Zipper Interactive. Title series comes from the United States. Which is game focuses on. Okay, that's so helpful, Wikipedia. SOCOM game. I use something to silly stuff, but damn, let me see. See, it's not. That's not helpful, Wikipedia. Come on. Yeah, it's not being very helpful. Wait, okay, plot. Okay, wait, no, plot multiplayer. Wait, development. Okay, classic. Zipper. I don't fucking know. It's not. This is not being very helpful, but I know they do a bunch of silly stuff. I wouldn't put it past them. It's probably the kind of thing that they would do. Series. Yeah. PlayStation 3 plays more rules of interactive. Title comes from. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, very silly. And it happens. So. Let me put this back on the shelf. That is actually one of the like 4 PlayStation 2 games I own. One of which is iToy Play, so that's already useless. And the only time I see something similar here is where the fuck did my phone go? Is when the war started, and they tried to. Oh, it's on the. Why is it on the floor? Tried to teach Ukrainian refugees about when they are publicly visible, so they don't get scared. Ah, okay, gotcha. No, see, that's understandable, though. Here, I'll send you. Actually, I just found one of them. I'll send you. This is a U.S. Marines ad. Because here, for example, they teach tank driving on public roads. You see tanks just casually drive through cities. Oh, that's very interesting. Yeah. Okay, there we go. This was just the first one that popped up on my YouTube. I don't know if I've actually seen it before, but that's an official. Yes, and everything. The other thing they do is they have army recruiters. This is the silly part. They have army recruiters that go to high schools and will try to recruit you out of school. And they will give you free shit and do other stuff to try to talk you into joining the military. Stuff like that. It's not at every school. Never been any of my schools, but that's just because of the type of schools that I go to. Sounds illegal? Nope, it's very not, because they're adults at the point that they try to recruit them. You know what I mean? They may be just 18 and just about to get out of high school, but they'll recruit you. Okay, again, Germany did something similar because they noticed that after they abolished mandatory army service, that almost no one. That almost only neo-Nazis. Oh, that's even worse. Neo-Nazis joined. Yeah. Oh, there we go. America's Navy. Okay. Looks like Call of Duty trailer. Yeah, that's what all of them are like. They're all like that. I can't find the one, but there was another one that one sec. U.S. If I'm watching all these right now, they're like my Google Ads is really gonna go goofy. But I'm trying to find it. There was one that was like showed people like piloting drones and was like the next generation. It was trying to appeal to gamers. It was like the next, whatever the fuck. I don't know. It's weird, but they have a YouTube accounts for every single branch of the military, and they put out a bunch of ads like this, and I've seen at least 15 of them. Now I know that they're probably not supposed to be serving those ads to people under the age of 18. My account is currently set to age 23. Because when I created my YouTube account, you put in the fucking fake birthday so that you don't have to watch censored content. Or not watch, you don't have to, you can watch whatever you want on YouTube. Yes, gaming, but you both, yeah, real though. But yeah, there's a bunch of them. If you literally just search up like that. Like, I don't know what to think of the U.S. military. Me neither. And what they do, yeah. I'm not informed enough. Neither am I. As a U.S. citizen, I'm not informed. But we've done a lot of silly things. I don't have the most faith. Like, I have friends that are in the military. One of my cousins is in the Marines. One of my friends on VRC is in the Navy. But I don't know. Like, when they intervened in Yugoslavia, they technically saved my family? Oh, interesting. I didn't know they did shit in Yugoslavia. Interesting. I have no clue about history. Yeah, they bombed Serbia so hard that they ended their genocide. Oh, yikes! In one day? In one day? Oh, that's quite yeah. Yeah, the when the US wants your country gone, they have the means to do it. Yeah, that's what scares me. That's what I don't like. Nobody should have that much fucking power. But yeah, I wish I could actually find the ones that I watched, but I don't remember exactly what they were. But they're all like very similar to this. They all have that same vibe. I know people say that it was only the US because Germany, France, and Britain. Yeah, no. Um, a lot of those were also military superpowers at times, and it's like they also did some silly stuff. Um, a lot of the time. To be fair, almost every major country that has an active military has done some silly stuff. Like my, but still, I mean Yugoslavia. Ah, okay, yeah. It was a NATO mission. Oh, okay, gotcha. But has also problematic. Yeah, like in Yugoslavia, the U.S. legit saved people, but in Iraq, Syria, and Afghanistan, yeah, it was different. Yeah, definitely. The other thing that's well, not the other thing, similar. The interesting thing is when you look at when the U.S. pulled out of Iraq, not Iraq, Afghanistan, how everything just that wave of collapse, and like that's what they use to justify it. And I guess you could see that, but like it's really challenging. I think to I'm having a brain cell issue. What I'm trying to say something and I'm not knowing how to say the thing properly. But I think in trying to help people, sometimes they make it worse, and also like they you can see what they're going for, but they fuck it up a lot. It's almost like people that are not qualified to talk about geopolitics. So true. I talk about geopolitics. Valid. Yeah, I have no fucking qualifications at all. But yeah, the but no, that the has been in the wrong and so many other things like that. Also, like the Vietnam shit too. That shit actually bugs me. Um, because it was bad for both sides. Like it literally, yeah, war is always bad, and that's the case in most situations. But in a lot of situations, the war is for a reason and for a purpose. Like something happened to make it relatively warranted. But in that situation, they were just fucking worried about communism, which, like, okay, sure, but like for all of that, now a bunch of U.S. citizens had to die, and now a bunch of Vietnamese people had to die, and with terrible conditions for everyone. Left a lot of people with a lot of problems. Nuggy, thank you so much for the raid. I'll get the shout out. Galaxy Ben, I'm vibing. Now everyone is a luxury pacifist. This is very true. You guys walked in on a very interesting conversation. Yeah, we're talking about very silly stuff right now. But hi Nuggy, how was your stream? All right, let me get the shout out. Very interesting time. Yeah, this is why I love BH. um. 4 Dead 2 bot is stupid? Ah, okay, I'm mad. Damn. How come how come I'm with you very interesting topics come up? Yeah, very silly. I don't know. I talk too much. That's probably why. How are you? I'm vibing. I'm doing well. I'm well enough. What I like it is just stuff I think about a lot. Yeah, because I was there kind of. Ah, okay. I'm gonna go sleep now. Okay, have a good night, Nagi. Thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it. And have a good night. Like the war in Yugoslavia was something my parents lived through. Yeah. And I kind of learned about and saw this, the consequences. Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know. Coming from my perspective, like a lot of the conflicts might seem far away, but they're actually really recent. Like most of the major conflicts that we've had in the world have been really recently. And if the US, if NATO wasn't there, IDK if I would be here, yeah. Wacky. There's so many wacky things that have happened. There are multiple things. Like, the only reason I exist at this spot today is because in the fucking, I don't know, I think it was 1700s, 1600s, there were a bunch of brothers that came from Spain to Mexico to fight in Spanish-French War, and then they were too poor to go back to Spain, and so they just stayed there. And they stayed there so long that that part of Mexico became part of the US. And then now I'm fucking here after generations and generations. So like, there's a bunch of weird, silly, goofy things that have happened, and then funny, silly westward expansion. So like, I don't know. I don't think about it enough. I don't think about it enough, but there are a bunch of wacky things that happened. So much about the history of America. It's very silly, but I don't know enough. Yeah, so that it's silly. Yeah, very much so. There's a bunch of lag. Yeah, there's a bunch of dumb, weird stuff that happened. Like the area that I'm in now, a lot of this used to be Mexico, and like majority of Texas used to be Mexico, and all of that. You know, do we have a day where we didn't talk about war?
Let's go.
There was probably at least one. There was probably at least one. Buff Doge, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the reverse world. Hello. Very interesting topic of conversation. But there was probably at least one or two. I don't know. Very interesting subjects, I guess. Interesting indeed, but also reality. Yeah, so true. I, me when reality, Owl City songs are the best cure for reality I've ever found because they're so far away from anything that is actively real that they make my brain just go. That's the only way I can describe it is with that noise. Owl City songs, they're all almost completely electronic. They're all like relatively escapist in vibe. They all feel like I'm going to float away, and except for the sad ones. And also, none of the lyrics make any sense. So, I just found you. You're streaming VR Chat Mobile. Ah, okay. Oh, my dude isn't working right now. Yeah, VR Chat Mobile go goofy sometimes. But yeah, I actually don't have VRC Plus, so I haven't tried it on mobile yet. But I've played it on Quest. Yeah, internet's wacky sometimes. My apologies. I'm streaming in a little bit of high quality. I should probably decrease that because I'm recording at a higher quality too. Oh, Saj, Nuggy is sleeping? Yeah, Nuggy is deep. I mean, it's quite late. It's quite late for you too, but still. I actually managed to catch your stream today. Yippee! Yeah, I saw that. I saw you in chat. I was looking the whole time because I was doing other stuff, like reading a book, but still. So I have VRChat Mobile Alpha, but yeah, I need VRChat Plus. Yeah, it's gonna change in a couple months. It's just for now. Read books. I have books and I need to read more. I used to be a big reader. I stopped and it's actually quite bad. Like that's what gave me my language proficiency was reading a lot, and I'm worried that it's falling off. And that worries me so much because one of the one things that I cling to. But I've stopped reading as much recently, which sucks. But this I was doing the summer read for school, so can't read. What do you mean you can't read? You're typing right now, therefore you can read. Sadly, I can't play VRChat on my laptop, so I gotta use VRChat mobile. Yeah. Like, as in it doesn't run well, or what do you mean? Do you just like have a Mac or something? Or there's a way, but I mean, I had a laptop that was terrible, ran really badly. I was getting distracting, so I lied to myself saying I can't read to cope with it. Yeah, that has been a problem recently, but um, I don't know. Attention span issues, yeah. Mouth of a moose, damn, crazy. No, I don't. I don't know. I've tried recently getting back into reading. If there was a really interesting book, I'm looking for that one book that I feel like would be interesting. If I can find something that'll get me back into reading, it will. But I don't know. I managed that without TikTok. So it barely runs a Windows laptop, but it runs not well. Yeah, VRChat runs not well on anything that's not like supercomputer NASA levels. Well, okay, not really, but like you need, most laptops do not run it well. I mean, mine still even throttles sometimes, and it's a gaming laptop, so yeah. I do collect and read manga, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, same actually. I feel so bad about this shit. Actually, you know what I have on my shelf right here? Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? It's hiding because I don't want to look at it because it makes me feel bad. I have books 5 and 6 of Given that I just haven't fucking read, and they're sitting on my shelf, and they're still sealed in the plastic wrap. About the books, I totally didn't forget to bring back to our school's library. Oh, my school's library, like my old school library, is pretty chill, and they had a bunch of stuff. But my current school's library is small enough that they rarely have any. Like, if I'm looking for a book, they probably don't have it. If I just browse, I might find something interesting. But I forgot them so hard that this school ended, and still didn't bring them back. Damn. I got it to the stage where I can click on something with my laptop. Basically, I can't even reset it. Oh, yikes. Unless something does nothing. Because I changed something and I think it's borked. Oh, no. So now they're mine, I guess? They might... if they, if they still don't remember. Although I know some places they'll, like, fucking fine you for that shit or whatever. We'll see. Actually, so I have this copy of a movie because my local library has movies on DVD. I have this copy of a movie that's from my library, and I don't remember if I bought it from there because they have this thing where, like, for older books that they have that they're getting rid of, or for like older movies and other stuff that they're getting rid of, they have a little store that they sell them at, so you can buy old library shit. They also take donations from community members as well. So, I don't remember if I bought it or if I just forgot to return it. But either way, I have a library copy of Pokemon Heroes. They always gave them us for free. Oh, that's cool. No, ours sells them. They're very well priced though. Actually, I bought a copy of Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005 for Mac at my local library from the shop because apparently someone donated it. But I was dumb at the time and I don't have the original box. It came with the original box, but I don't have it anymore. I just have the game in the manual, which I did scan and upload to archive.org because I couldn't find it anywhere online. But yeah, I'm the proud owner of Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005 for the Macintosh, which I don't think anyone else has ever said before, because who the fuck would want PGA Tour on Mac? We never got any movies? Ah, okay. Yeah. Or stuff, just books. Yeah. My local library has movies and books. And they have some interesting books as well. And then the another one of the libraries has movies, books, CDs, and video games, which is cool. And the thing with CDs is that because CDs, you can just take them, check them out, rip them to your computer, and then just have the music. I liquidated the library of anything to do with queer history. Oh yeah, W. I haven't. Again, I haven't been reading enough. Actually, there's a local bookstore near me that has really cool stuff like that. Like they always have they have sections for stuff like that and a bunch of other stuff. It's not. Wait, did I say library? I meant bookstore. I don't know what I said. I so forgot. Those are actually the only books I have, but never read. Oh no, never read them. Oh, never read them. Yeah, this is so unfortunate. I don't know. My mother has an obsession with buying books. She's a very big book person, so our house is full of books that I've never read, and she might have read once or twice. But I have a full bookshelf of books and 2 full closet shelves of books. Half of which I've read and half of which I haven't. But I should, yeah. This is true. There's so many things that I need to read. There's one that I bought recently that looked like such a good book. Well, okay, not good in terms of like writing style, but good as in terms of I think it'd be interesting to me. Also, it's hard hiding stuff like that from homophobic parents. Oh, yikes. Yeah. My parents were. Did I tell you about that? Did I tell you about the time that my mom bought me BL? My mom bought me BL manga from the bookstore. I don't know if she knew or not. I've never asked her, but she said that the guy there recommended it to her. So either he knew something that I didn't, or she specifically asked him for that. Either of which are like knew something. Yeah, either Mr. Steve really knew something. And I don't know how. Because bro had not seen me since I was like 7. Like I have not seen that man in person in ages. Like I would go, but he's not there all the time. Or my mom asked specifically, which would be interesting. Oh, 50K. No. It was not obvious until at least I want to say like I didn't really recognize or put a label on it until I was like 12 or 13. But I think there were definitely signs as far back as at least 5th or 6th grade. I changed something because something said access denied. Oh, yikes. When I turned on 16? Ah, okay. No, that's now, but I don't know. Also, coincidentally, when I got attacked, oh, yikes. Oh my. No. The thing that all of my schools have been pretty chill, and all the people in this area, but I don't know. I've been lucky that I love my school so much. We have so many very epic and really cool people Actually, my math teacher is non-binary, and to be fair, they're a really cool person. I don't know about their teaching style. I don't learn very well in their class, but they're really interesting and really cool. Um, okay, their image processing class was fun, but the math classes I don't learn very well. But yeah, very cool school, very cool people, and they're all really supportive and really epic. Like, it didn't happen in school, man, just in public. That's that's yikes. Because that's the kind of thing I can see from a school situation. Because kids are fucking wild, but just randomly in public is, ugh, worrying. Hmm. I'd say at best they didn't care. Ah, okay. Well, didn't care is better than, you know, against, but they didn't help well when something did happen. Oh, ugh. Yeah, that's not good. But they didn't really put. Oh, they did. I didn't realize they did help well when something did happen, but they didn't really put a lot of effort into visibility. Yeah, I getcha. No, people are. I don't know. It's the place that I live in, and specifically the school that I'm going to is very different. Lit- it's the hippie school. Also, the students there didn't really do much. Ah, okay, gotcha. That's why I really want to work towards doing activism. Ah, okay. Yeah, because I really feel like the people that do care feel feel like they are alone and can't change anything. Yeah, real though. And I want to put visibility to them. Yeah, actually though, that's like W. But alone I can't do much. Yeah, I want to try at least. Definitely. No, that's very epic. That is the strat. You can't. Yeah, visibility is key. I don't know. I think. What was I trying to say? I don't know. Again, I think we have it pretty good here in California because people have been on that visibility grind set for ages. I didn't know this when I went to, because I went to the Long Beach Pride thingy with my family because they used to like my uncles, they used to live in Long Beach, and that's why we went to that one specifically. But apparently they had been doing that since like 1983, and I didn't expect that because like I think gay marriage was only legalized in the U.S. in like 2014. I want to say, I don't remember the exact date. Um, the gay people thing, yeah, the Pride Parade. But apparently they've been having that parade since 1983 somehow. Here was 2022. Uh-huh. And they instantly put a referendum to make it illegal again. Oh shit. They made it illegal because I think before in the US, certain states had laws against it, but the legal status was unrecognized. Oh, they failed? Oh, yikes. Okay, wait, where is it? Where is it? Yeah, so it was 2015. 2015. Yeah, it was 2015 that it's officially like legalized. But before it was kind of in like a legal gray area where like, you know, I mean they failed to make it illegal. Okay, that's good. That's good. I was gonna say. Wait, so was the status before that it was illegal, or was the status before that it was like unrecognized or something like that? Unrecognized. Okay, that's definitely better than nothing, but still not, you know, far from ideal. I figure out how to reset my laptop security permissions back to default. I hate these controllers. Oh my god. Also, apparently Switzerland has the highest percentage of non-binary people. Wow, I didn't know that. Really, quite interesting. Where's my water bottle? Okay, there we go. In Europe. Ah, okay, gotcha. W. Which is silly because violence against them is rising. Oh, I swear. MFs just can't have no chill, actually. I've quadrupled in 1 year. Oh, have you seen, actually, this shit is really depressing. Have you seen the, what was it? There was the, essentially, there was a study of LGBTQ youth. The statistic was 1 in 4 LGBTQ youth contemplated suicide in the past year. I believe this was in 2021. Or Trevor statistics. It wasn't that. It was an official. I think it was an official like survey thing, but it might have been Trevor statistics. I don't know. It like I read the whole last document report as well, and it was really fucking worrying. It was really worrying. Okay, mental health 2021. This is from Trevor Project. Yes. This might be the same one. I don't remember. But it was quite silly and quite silly isn't even a good word. Like I want to stop saying the word silly. But yeah. I probably shouldn't be searching this on Bing. Williams Institute, UCLA, that's different. Okay. Was it youth.gov? That's what it was. It was I think it was an official government thing. Yeah, there we go. Mental health and suicide. They cite the Trevor Project thing though, so I think they're using Trevor Project data, but there was an official US government website about it. Like when I saw it, I wasn't even like worried because I saw 100% coming. Yeah. I don't know, but it's quite worrying and quite yeah. Like ooh. Oh. Like for us here in Europe, we can't even say it's a US thing because it fucking arrived here as well. Oh, yikes. As before I changed the laptop security, it said trusted user or something. Trusted installer. Still this here. I try to be a good role model for the youth, etc. Every time stuff like the culture war and hate against queer people happens, it gets imported here. No, that's worrying though. You should not be importing mindsets from the US. It's actually getting worse and worse. Fucking butterfly effect. For real though. I love butterfly effect. No, it's weird. That's the thing that I like. I like where I live. Again, I love the area that I live in. But I don't know if I could say that I love this country because there's so much dumb shit happening and there's so much discourse that just makes me worried. Like, I'd love to continue living here, but I don't know if I could, like, legitimately cope with living here if things keep going in the direction that it looks like they are. It's really, like, legit the only place there that's moving forward instead of backwards are some Eastern Europe places. Oh, interesting. Like the Baltics. Oh, okay. Wouldn't have expected that. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, they're very skeptical of anything. Extremist? Yeah, that's good. After they got freed from Russia, yeah, valid. So they avoid anything far right or far left. Yeah. That's very understandable, though. I mean, if you have to cope with Russia, you probably want to, you know. But no place is perfect, yeah. For real, though. There is no such thing as a perfect place to live. Just gotta find the one that works best. Like, recently, they completely outlawed discrimination of any kind. Oh, Zam, on basis of anything. Wow. When it comes to gender, oh, W, actually. And sexuality. Okay, nice. Definitely neutral in terms of politics, yeah. I try to maintain as neutral view as politics as possible. I would say just because of the communities that I'm in, I tend to lean a little more left. Although, depending on, like, from a U.S. point of view, I'm a little left leaning, but from an international point of view, it depends. Which is very big for countries that used to be very red. Yeah, yeah, for real. I actually haven't looked at the state of the entire world. All I know is that, like, everyone needs to just go to Iceland apparently because they're really chill or something like that. But other than that, I don't know. I haven't looked into stuff. Politics is a tricky conversation on Twitch, though. I try to stay out of political conversations. The most I'll talk about some, like, maybe geopolitical stuff. I'll talk about some of the stuff that's, like, my basic views and things that I shouldn't be political debate. Climate change should not be a political debate. Gender and sexuality should not be a political debate. As soon as the Giga Chat of the world, like, they apparently just do everything right besides murdering whales. Yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't. But other than that, yeah, I forget, but it's very high on, like, the happiness, like, index thing. We have chill people in Australia. Yeah, there are some chill people in Australia. There are chill people everywhere. It depends on where. Like, you just have to go find them. You just have to find the right people. I guess when your country is as fertile as Antarctic, yeah, you need to get stuff somewhere, I guess. Live in Australia? Nice, nice. I've never been to Australia. Well, I've never been anywhere outside North and South America. Yeah, you have to get something to eat. Fruit. Not just eat grass and rocks or whatever. Nutritious. Get your daily intake of iron and zinc. Crunch munch. They don't have grass. Oops. I also found if there's an alcohol in you. Wait, I hear something. Wait. 1 sec. 1 moment, please. Hello there. Hi, one sec. Let me just take this off so I don't, like, badger you with the headset. Hey, welcome back. Oh. Oh, oh, oh no. Okay. Oh, okay. Right, right. Okay, the base station's back on. Good. The base station's back on. Hooray. Just get the headset up. Alright. Sorry about that. My dad has returned from his backpacking trip. We were not sure if he was going to be affected by the hurricane or not. It was a little bit, but mostly only in his trip home. He did not actually, get hurricaned. I've also found a lot of drinks alcohol in youth because their parents never cared. Yeah, that's something I'm grateful. Like, my parents care a little too much in some circumstances, but I'm glad they do care, actually. Yeah, father have returned. Will they just check how... Oh, excuse me. How the hell is it possible that Antarctica reaches 20 degrees plus? Um, I mean, I, I don't know. I don't know how it works. It just it's better to overcare than none. Yeah, I think it depends on the style of parenting as well, because you have like those like helicopter parents, but then that can also easily turn into a tiger parent where they're just like, it shouldn't be possible. Yeah, wait. I mean, let's see. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's 68. 68 is like moderate, but it's way too warm for like Antarctica. Silly climate change. Yeah, silly climate change. Silly climate change. Yeah, I'm stupid American, so I use Fahrenheit. But yeah, 68 is too fucking hot for a place like that. No. I'm in 20 degrees in winter? Oh. Yeah, actually same. It's about that cold here in the winter. Maybe a little colder in the mornings or overnight, obviously. But during the day, it's that. Maybe a little warmer. But yeah. I love silly climate change. Oh my god. That's like one of the main things that worries me. The shit that keeps me up at night. It'll be on for yeah. Yeah, that's it's the VR chat curse. You start talking to someone and then boom, it's been 2 hours and 16 minutes. And summer it's like 40 plus. Yeah, same. This summer was actually relatively mild. I think the hottest it got was like 98, maybe 100 Fahrenheit. So I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's relatively copable. We had some different topics. I don't even know where one ended and the other started. Yeah. Actually, wait, 1 sec. Let me look this up. I'm gonna do the thing. Alright, there we go. That is okay. Oh, actually, that's not that hot. Yeah, it's like 36 Celsius. So that's around, yeah, 38 was like the hottest it was this summer. So, not cool, but not as hot as it has been. By the way, Switzerland got hit so hard by heat. Oh, that's some mountains, some mountaintops. No, snow things melted. Oh, right. That's Yes, finally able to reset my laptop. Let's go. Big brain. And it changed the borders? Wait, really? That's a little silly. Yeah, Switzerland draws the border by the peaks. Oh, okay. in the mountains. Okay. So it shifted when the ice melted. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's very wacky. Sergeant Drop, hey, how's it going? Wait, this is the campfire recovery environment? Oh no. Yikes. Ellie, no, what is USB? Sadly? Ooh. Hmm. What what smartphone do you have? If you have an Android phone, you might be able to make a Windows USB with your smartphone. I think it was the first time that Switzerland expanded in 200 years or something. Damn. Good, good you. I'm vibing. I don't exactly know how, but there's probably a way you can do it if you have a spare USB drive. It has to be at least 8 gigs, I think, though. But it should be doable as long as you have about that much space free on your phone. And you can obviously, if you have a way to put, you know, if you have the adapter to plug the USB drive into your phone, if you have all those components, it should be possible, right? I don't know exactly how, but I know it should be. I've seen it before. I need a Windows boot drive for my PC? Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, what was I gonna... I was gonna do something and then I forgot. Let's see, so... I think I have a... Which one you see that which is my phone? Okay, nice. I'm trying to find out... One sec. What chat is talking about? Computer. Flash, you can plug it in... Transfer... No, that's just transfer files. Create a bootable Windows ISO in Android Mobile without root. So there's a video about this from 2020, so you could probably find that if you just look up on YouTube. Thing I know barely anything about. I love computer! I have a dongle where I can plug a USB into my phone. Yeah, same. I have a really terrible one that actually came with my capture card, the AliExpress special. For some reason, it came with a Type-C to Type-A cable, but then it also came with a Type-A to Type-C adapter, so you could have a Type-C to Type-C cable, or you could have a Type-A to Type-C, but the adapter's a little flaky, and so I only use it when I have to. How dongle is an international word, so true. I love dongle. I have boot drive for my PC. Like it doesn't have a boot drive, or you need a new one. German other languages, I know it's the same. Yeah, silly moment. Man, let me one adapters. Conversion technology, as computer client would say. It's also a silly word in general. Yes, very, very silly word. I used to have the official Apple dongles, the Type-C to Type-A and the Type-C to C HDMI and A, but I think my mother lost them, because she has my laptop now, and I think they're gone now. I don't know where they went. I have a dongle, yeah. PC was broken, so I have to fix everything. Not everything, but yeah, that's ring. But a lot of stuff, yeah. Imagine iOS. Imagine. Define. Don't think it's working. What happened? Oh no. But yeah, I used to be. I'm telling you, I used to be such an Apple fanboy. Actively, I had the setup. You know what I had? I had an iPhone 7. I had a MacBook Air. I had the AirPods. I had all of it. I was on my way to an Apple Watch. No, but like later than I should have been. Like, arguably, the time to stop being an iPhone user was the iPhone 5 or the iPhone 6. No, I had an iPhone 7. I had the bad one. I still love the iPhone 5. The iPhone 5 and below, I think, are, like, W iPhones so much. Never had an iPhone? I have HDMI to USB-C, but I can't plug a USB into my phone. Ah, damn it. Or any Apple products. The only thing that I probably want are iPods. Okay, actually though, one thing is, if the thing is, I don't know about where you are, but where I am, iPhones are really like they're dirt cheap common. If you want to get into an Apple Music player, getting an old iPhone 4 or an iPhone 3 makes a lovely music player because it has the same connector as all the iPods, so you can use all the iPod accessories. Functions exactly the same, and you never have to use it as a phone. You can just use the old Apple style music player. It's very silly, but it's really cool. I actually love them so much. It's very similar here, but only like expensive modern stuff. Ah. No, you know what? You want to actually, let's play a fun game called How Many iPhone 4s Are on My Shelf? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one in my hand. So that's 7 iPhone 4s that I have. Because nobody wants them. I have never paid more than $15 for. Actually, I only paid for one of those phones, and I bought it at an iPhone 3 for I think $40 from a friend. Person has more iOS users than any other combined. Damn. Yeah, California's full of Apple users. It's their home turf, so I can understand that. But yeah, iPhone 4s are dirt fucking cheap because nobody wants them, and they sold really well. So really cool. They fit in the iPod docks. The design is impeccable, and the cool thing is, with the iPhone 4, you can downgrade it to old versions of iOS. There's actually a boot exploit in the new software, in the most recent software, that makes it so that you can downgrade to old versions of iOS, which you can't do on any of the other phones unless you capture the. So it's always been possible to downgrade an iPhone with special tools, but you have to be able to capture the what's called SHSH blobs of a phone before it gets updated. So if you have a phone that's unupdated, you can plug it into your PC, save the data off of it, like the special files that you need, and then you can upgrade and then you can downgrade at any time. But if you haven't saved those files, you're shit out of luck. But with the iPhone 4, there's a special exploit that you can do that means that you can downgrade any iPhone 4 to not any iOS, but iOS 3, 4, 5, and 6, which is really cool. Those are the fun ones. Yeah, products. Is there a way to Bluetooth my phone and my PC? Would that work? I don't think so. I'm not sure. Why are you smart? I'm not smart. I was just Googling this. I was, because I had an iPhone 4 and I was like, I want classic iOS. I have no devices that run classic iOS. Oh, since my iPhone 3 exploded on me. And so I looked it up, and it's this weird, sketchy. It's this weird, really sketchy script from like years ago that has not been maintained. And I ran it, and I was like, "This is gonna be silly. It's not gonna kill my PC, right?" It didn't kill my PC, and it worked. Are you able to understand it? I don't understand it. I don't understand how it works. I don't understand what the fuck SHSH blobs are. I don't know what they do or what they mean. I just know what the people in the YouTube tell me. Oh man. But yeah. But yeah, the thing where you said earlier, like no one wants them, but I do. I don't want any more iPhone 4s. They're all so useless. 2 iPhone 4s is the most that anyone would ever need, in my opinion. One of the white and one of the black, because they both look stunning. I think the white one looks a lot better, though, in my opinion. I currently own 2 phones. One is bricked, and the other I barely use. Well, let's do a phone count. Let's do a phone count. So there's my daily driver, the S20 FE 5G, whatever the fuck. I don't give a shit. It's a phone. It works. I use it. Hooray. So that's 1. Then we've got, let's go iPhones. iPhone 4 is 7. iPhone 5 is 1. So that's 8. iPhone 5S is 1. 9. iPhone 5C is 2. So 11. I'm just going to keep counting. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That one's dead, so we don't count that. 16, 17, 18. 18 total. I own 2 cassette players, 3 CD players, 2 record players, 2 hi-fi amps, 5 ham radios. Damn. and 3 FM hi-fi radios. I never knew that FM came in hi-fi. Like, I know, like, HD radio, but that's not technically HD. That's, like, hybrid digital, not high definition. So, that's cool. Here in Europe, we used to use it. Oh, fancy. Fancy. Yeah, in terms of music stuff, I have 3 CD players, but only one of them actually works well. So that's one that I use. Yeah, now it's dead. Oh, rip. But I have so many. They're all old and useless. So, like, 3 of these phones, no, 2 of these phones are phones that I bought at, like, Rite Aid. One at Rite Aid, one at Walmart. Because the point was to have a cheap phone that I don't care about. You know what I mean? Those were just, like, so the term of any radio band other than DAB. Okay, TV Plus. Gotcha. Yeah. But no, most of these are so. All the iPhone 4s are because people just give me old technology because they know that I'm interested in tech, and so they'll give me old stuff. So all the iPhone 4s are old phones that people have given me. The iPhone 5Cs were found in my neighbor's garage. I don't know where they're from, but the old person moved. Now I have them. They're iCloud locked, which sucks, and I hate that. I have 2 iPhone, two Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. They came from a dump. I found them in a dump. I didn't find them in a dump. My art teacher found them in a dump. She went to a dump to get items for, like, art projects, and she thought they would look cool for, like, a technology kind of, like, art collage thing. But I was like, wait, these might still work, and they do, but they're really silly. And they were actually, this is the most, like mental gymnastics thing I've ever done, is un-Google lock those 2 phones. They were both Google locked. They had factory reset protection. But there's a really sketchy method where, okay, this is going to sound really dumb and stupid, and I did it. I did part of it on stream for one of them. But, so, you're not supposed to be able to, like, Brainstorm, you're not supposed to be able to unlock these phones. When you go through the setup process, when you go to log in with a Google account, it'll just ask you to log into the previous owner's Google account. But there's this really silly thing where if you put in the SIM card with a SIM pin on it, it'll briefly take you to the lock screen to input the SIM pin. And if you take out the SIM card immediately, you'll be on the lock screen. But if you unlock the phone, it'll just take you back to that setup process. So what you have to do is you have to swipe down the notification bar and then find an option that'll take you into the settings app. But you can never hit the back button when you're in the settings app because it'll take you back to the setup. So you have to navigate through, like, 5 different menus to try to find any kind of button that will get you. So what I did, the original method was different because I was on a different operating system. But what I did was I went to the Edge notification setting menu, and then there was an update for the Edge notification thing. So I clicked on that, and it opened the Samsung Galaxy Store. And from there, I was able to download the internet browser, open the internet browser, and install the file to un-Google lock the phone. And now they're permanently un-Google locked. So it took me like 20 minutes per phone. And it was very silly and very funny. But it worked. Yeah. There's a video on YouTube of this guy un-Google locking them, and it's a very specific, like, I've never had it work on any other phone. I've tried that on other Google locked phones, but it's specific to the S7 Edge with some of their stuff. So how does one even come up with that? That's a great question. I have no clue. I have no clue how people managed to think of that. But yeah, and then actually also from that same dump, there were 2 iPhone 6s, but one had weird firmware issues and one was iCloud locked. One of them was actually Korean for some reason, and the other one just, was the weird firmware issue one. So I took it apart and now it's on my display shelf. Or do you casually find phones in dump? Well, you're not supposed to, but I think teacher said like Azusa dump or some shit like that, or something further away. You're not supposed to put phones into the trash can, but I think these ones were, and they're really cracked and really broken up. Like one of them has weird screen issues. And here, just send their old phones. Recycling? Yeah, people here are dumb and stupid. And the other thing is, depending on what city you live in, recycling versus trash is very different. Um, so the general rule is you never send electronics into any kind of bin. You take them to a specific place for it. Like an e-waste facility. You just give them forever, so you can find a random spicy pillow. Did I show you that iPhone 3 that I had? The battery expanded so much that the back of the phone cracked. It was a plastic back. It wasn't removable at all, but it expanded so much that the plastic back of the phone cracked, and the motherboard was bent. That's how much it expanded. It was very silly, and it sucks too because it's such a nice phone. But I couldn't replace it because I don't have the shit to replace that kind of thing. And nobody repairs iPhone 3Gs anymore because it pushed up on the screen. The screen's now broken, and so it's. I see a spicy pillow. I get the urge to poke it for real though. I once took out a MacBook battery that was very silly. The thing about some of the MacBook batteries is the old ones are easy to remove. The new ones are terrible because they're like glued in with this weird stuff, and the battery was already expanded, and it was giving off these really weird smells that I didn't like, and I was worried that I was gonna start a fire. This was at school, by the way. I took it out, but we didn't have anywhere to put it, and we didn't have an e-waste thing, and so it's just sat in a cabinet at school for a whole year. And it is low-key a fire hazard, but no one's done anything about it because we don't have any place to put it. How do batteries smell? I don't know. It was chemically, and it was not how a battery should smell. It was probably just the adhesive, but my worry was that we accidentally punctured the battery or something. Because we were going ham on that shit, because it was not coming out. And that laptop would have never functioned again if we didn't, take it out. I think if you actually hit the battery, you would have noticed, yeah. Maybe, but... Oh, yeah, probably. Very likely so. I have not ever actually punctured a battery. I almost did, though. I took out the battery in my old iPod Touch when it broke, and I bent that thing hardcore. It's been a rough day, yeah. I'm gonna fix Rena's recovery, nice. Yeah, it would have been, though. But yeah, actually, did I... So our school had a, a brain cell. Our school had a recycling program they were trying to set up for electronics recycling, and a bunch of people donated stuff, but they donated it in the wrong manner. They didn't put it in the right place, so they just technically dumped their trash. So one of my teachers had an iPod. It was like a nice iPod too. It's a iPod 7th generation, I want to say. That bro just donated. And I asked him if I could have it. It's mine now, but he was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So I just have his iPod, but on there, he had 10,000 songs. He had gigabytes and gigabytes and gigabytes of music that it was stuff that I wouldn't have expected from him. Apparently he's a fan of Arabic hip hop, which I didn't know, but I mean, more power to him, I guess. But he had a bunch of really interesting stuff on there. And so there's now a folder in my Google Drive that is that is the music, and then there's another document that's a spreadsheet of all the music he had, and it's just entitled Justin's Playlist, because, yeah, it's his playlist. Because you can copy all the data from iTunes and just paste it into a spreadsheet, which is funny. Used iPods is so fun. If you've ever watched Dank Pods, you can, you can see everything, essentially. It's a CMD command, yeah. Right now I have 30 gigabytes of digital music. My iTunes library is actually here. I can check this. Let me just load up CyberDuck. I have a Plex server. Actually, what's really funny is TeamViewer thinks that I'm a business user. They flagged my account for violating TeamViewer terms of service. They thought I was using it in a professional capacity because I was transferring so many files over TeamViewer. I was just using it to like run my Plex server. So I'd rip a CD, and then I transfer the files over to the server box via TeamViewer. Because setting up an FTP on a computer is annoying and stupid and dumb. But if you just have TeamViewer running, you can transfer files through it. So I was doing that, but then they flagged my account, and so I had to set it up the right way. I have a bunch of music recorded from CDs in a Plex server. Most of it's my family stuff. I just flag you because they think, yeah, but you can request that your account be switched back to a normal one. You can be like, hey, there's a mistake, but I didn't want to do that because it takes so much effort. Like I don't care. I can just use an FTP server. You know what I mean? But it was convenient, so I did that. But yeah, it's because I was transferring a lot of stuff and I was accessing it from multiple locations as well. I would, you know, what was it? What was I gonna do? Oh, right, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the drive on my PC where I put all this. The size of my music library is about, okay, there we go, 35 gigabytes. Some of those are lossless, but the majority of that is MP3. I don't think the bitrate's particularly low, but it's not particularly high either. I just do Monkey Brain and record stuff directly on my PC from my turntable. When I rip most of my stuff is all digital at this point. All the music that my parents have is on CD. All the music that I have, I either buy on Bandcamp or I have on CD. So I just rip it digitally with I love FreeAC. FreeAC, best software. Yeah, your turntable is digital. It's the fancy one. Yeah, you could do that. I don't know how it works, but you could probably set it up to be a digital input. It's super easy to record. Yeah, the record digital. Oh wait, you're recording digital though because you're recording with the USB, right? I thought you were just recording analog. Well, you're recording analog audio, but you're recording it over USB? Analog to digital, yeah. Well, the thing is, I trust whatever DAC, or is reverse DAC, whatever the fuck it's called, whatever interface they put in that record player, much more than whatever bullshit Gigabyte put into their motherboard for audio processing. Like, it's probably gonna be much more reliable. My music teacher has a bunch of fancy audio interfaces. I don't know shit about them, but he has, like, the cool stuff. I trust Audio Technica more than Gigabyte, yeah. Definitely. My system is screaming. Somehow I hope this fixes everything. Good luck. Yeah, definitely. Their components work, but I don't trust them for audio. They're not particularly notable for their audio. Again, that's why I like this speaker that I'm using, because it has a USB input, so I can just connect the speaker to my computer, and it can be it'll act as its own DAC, and so I don't have to use the motherboard audio. I just use a headphone amp. Ah, okay. Got the fancy stuff. Yeah. For audio on my PC, yeah. Okay, W. I have to be careful. Die? Oh, yikes. High power? Forgetting to make... It's quiet when I'm not using high power headset. Oh, yeah, true. Because of the different power stuff. Most over-ear headphones do not work well for me because my ears are large by conventional standards. So most over-the-ear headphones don't fully go over my ears, or they barely do, and they always have fatigue for long listening periods. I have some on-ear headphones as well. They all suck because again, my ears are larger and they stick out a little bit, not a lot, but a bit. So, like, It's weird. I actually legitimately prefer in-ears. The set I'm using right now is a ancient Sony thing, that I'm sure nobody gives a shit about, but I think they're lovely because it's like earbuds but on a headband, but in a classy way. So, and then the Apple earbuds are a classic that I love because they just work, they just fit, and the sound quality is mediocre, and that's all I need when I'm in the car. I'm lucky that most stuff works for me, but I hate on-ears as well, yeah. I want, like, hi-fi in-ears so much. If they made that, I would, like, jump on it. For real. Moondrop? Wait, let me check what... it sounds so familiar, one sec. They make fancy stuff. Oh, damn. 250, that... Oh, that's the other thing, though. That's the other thing. Again, I'm very particular about headphones. Not about sound quality. I will listen to the most bottom of it. I've listened to We Built This City low quality for at least 3 hours. Like, audio quality funny, you know what I mean? But I can't use earbuds that have the silicone tips. When they never seal properly and they feel really weird in my ears, and it's always just so like that's why I prefer the Apple style. Ever wanted headphones made by Weebs? Oh yeah, I noticed that. Their page is very... But yeah, I definitely the silicone tips are silly for me. They just don't work well. See, yeah, this kind of stuff. This is like the kind of thing that would like fit my ear. The droplet. That looks like a silly design, but it looks like something that would fit and work. I mean, I don't know why it generally makes me want to buy their stuff. Yeah. W. I mean, it's just expensive, but it looks good quality. And $50 for a nice pair of earbuds is like, damn. It's only showing me one side. What if I want to see the other side of the... It's not showing me the actual bud bit. Okay, there we go. Oh! Oh, wait, that's actually... Oh, it hangs onto the ear, but it also has that as well. Okay. What? Wait, since when they have planar stuff? I didn't know that, actually. I have Turtle Beach over-ear headset, but the audio sucks. I don't know why. Yeah. Also, Windows audio drivers are suck. I'm gonna go broke. Imagine having money. Imagine not being broke already. And my laptop just did a scan that said it was corrupt. There was corrupt files and fixed them. Let's go. Damn, I have wrinkly braid. But no, headsets sometimes have like lesser audio quality because they try to do many things at once. But I don't know. I've never used Turtle Beach products. Am I okay if I stop for a month? I'm gonna buy them. I actually want to look up some reviews on the droplets though, because they look like something that would actually fit in my ear and not make me want to jump off a bridge after 10 minutes. Oh wait, never mind. Wait, no. They're different. They're different. Never mind. These probably will not work either. The you just say their stuff is good? Yeah. My problem isn't... I need it to... I need it to not be the silicone tips. Anything with the silicone tips just ruins my day. I only know them because I like following small company. Yeah. Actually, understandable. True Wireless. They have True Wireless as well, although a lot of these have the... But they seem to have grown. Nice. Just found another scan command just in case both Microsoft will try to see if it reset. Yeah, good luck. Yeah. Fancy. Although some of these look like some of these are pretty good prices for headphones. I don't know though. I'm not an audiophile, as in like I'm very specific about the way I am listening, but once that's down, in terms of quality, I have really low standards. Really low standards. So really the main thing is comfort. I just need to find something that works. I also don't consider myself a real audiophile. Considering I listen to vinyl. Yeah, I guess. Vinyl isn't known to be really lossless. Yeah, of course, but I think there are a lot of people that still go for that the analog thing because it's you don't have to. There's my again those the cool uncles I was talking about. I forget which one of them. I think it's Ken. He's the audiophile. When we went over to their house, they moved into a new place, right? And so we went over there for their house for like a celebratory dinner thing to see it. They were playing like jazz in the background. They had a dedicated like audio player thing, like unit, and and you could see it was displayed on TV. They were playing fucking FLAC files at like 6,000 kilobits per second. I mean, that's the bitrate I stream to Twitch at. That's the bitrate that I use for 1080p video. And they were listening to an audio file at that bit. And they have a bunch of other fancy audio stuff as well. I mean, if you have on VR chat, is there some public avatars you could recommend me? I don't really know ones that won't crash VR chat. Almost anything to watch the music. Yeah. It was a little display screen that showed what track was playing, and then like a little like just a bar thingy. Really, in terms of not crashing VR chat though, anything from the VR chat public avatar list is probably gonna be fine. All the stuff here is well optimized, but you can see this little rating at the bottom shows how optimized it is. So if it has that star, it will probably not crash the computer. And if it has a little dot, it probably won't either. But anything that's orange or red, like for example, this has the star, right? That means it's very well optimized. But let's see, where's my avatars? All of my avatars are really terribly optimized. So if you look at this one is very poor. It's in the red. Oh, also, I should let you know before I pass away, I've been on for 2 hours and 51 minutes, so my battery's probably gonna die soon. I don't know when, though. But it'll die very soon. And I'll just get a desktop then. Optimization's cringe. So true. Even optimization. I see. Oh, yeah. Imagine optimizing things. Just let the computer chug through it. That's fine. I also should go soon. Yeah, definitely. When my battery dies, I'll get off. Actually, I don't know if I will keep streaming after that because, class tomorrow. Yuck. Yuck. Why did I say yuck? Yuck. I can't speak. I'm language issue. 6:27. That's really late. So late that it's early. But yeah, luckily school starts late, so I don't really have to wake up until like 7:30. I could wake up at like 7:50 and still be fine. I totally don't have school next week. No, definitely not. Never. And my laptop can't reset even after fixing the stuff. Yikes. Wait, what brand is your laptop? Because if it's a Dell, they have built-in factory restore stuff. Okay, I'll be heading off then. Understandable. But that's different from the Windows one. Some brand called Leader Computer? Yeah, never know. And I don't know then. It was nice seeing you. Yeah, it was lovely to see you again too. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Alright. Bye-bye. That was fun. Okay. It's actually been 2 hours and it's an Australian exclusive laptop? Yeah, then I have no clue. In my experience, Dell has a BIOS built-in recovery partition, so you can always recover your laptop. It requires an internet connection, though. I think HP has something similar, but I'm not sure about that. I have no clue. All right, you know what? It has been 2 hours and 58 minutes, so we might just...
So as I was saying, we might just end it here. My headset died. You're looking at the site of Steam VR with all devices disconnected. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. It was going to happen. I was running out of time anyways. I was going to say is I think I'm gonna end it here. Because it's been almost 3 hours, and that's pretty par for the course for a weekday stream. That doesn't have that, yeah. It's a bit of a wacky feature. It's, not a good feature. But yeah, alright, it looks like that's gonna be it for tonight. But thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the love and support. I hope you all had a good time. I hope, yeah, I use my PC a lot. There's a lot of silly things on my computer. And that's just the, ooh, you wanna see a funny? You wanna see a funny? Download this PC properties. 91 gigabytes of downloads. Anyways, oh yeah, we can also look at my storage. We can also see, that I'm a little bit of a data hoarder. Anyways, alright. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the love and support. Hope we all had a good time. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Don't forget to stick around for that raid. We're gonna raid Spartan. Good friend of mine. Show him some love. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.